I just have to say that I am truly overwhelmed by the response to my videos about my reaction to going to Catholic Mass. I've just had so many comments. Like I haven't even been able to read them all. But as I've been reading, and so many people have been talking about the adoration, like Eucharist adoration or adoration Eucharist, and somebody had recommended going to St. Francis in Houma because I live like in Thibodeau, Louisiana, and so today my husband and I was like, well, let's go. So we went to St. Francis in Houma, and what a beautiful church. One thing that I really love about the Catholic churches is that they're so beautiful. I've never walked into one that I just was not in awe with all of the stained glass and just all of the depictions of Jesus Christ and of Mary and just the saints and just all of it. It's so beautiful. So this one, when we pulled up, I mean, it was just the steeple, like everything was just beautiful. And I noticed there was like a little garden to the side, and Mary always I love Mary. I'm just drawn to Mary because I just love her. And so I saw her over there, and so I immediately went to Mary, and I was looking, like taking pictures and video, and my husband comes over, and he loves history. He loves knowing. He grew up Catholic, so he's been sharing so much with me, just about so much. It's been so good. So he started looking up like who this was, and it was Mary with like a young girl like looking up to her, and come to find out, it says it is likely Bernadette. So it's so interesting because somebody had commented on one of my things and put a video clip to watch, and it was like the apparition of, it was about Saint Bernadette. And so I had watched that yesterday. So when my husband was telling me that this was Bernadette, and I was like, I just learned about her. Like, I love her. What a beautiful story that Mary appeared to her like 3 or 4 times in apparitions, and just the beauty of that story. And then to be there where there was a depiction of her, like a statue. I was like, oh, that was cool. Because I just learned about that. So I love that. So it was really beautiful. So then whenever we walked in, there was a lady that was walking in right before us, and she was going in she was saying into the Adoration Chapel, because someone in her family, they were pulling the plug on them. They were in the hospital, and so she was just very friendly and kind, and just told us about the church there and everything, and just welcomed us. And so we walked in, and it was really dark, like the foyer area, because our eyes were not adjusted, but just like the glass, the sun coming in through that blue glass just gave it such a cool feeling. And the statues that were around, and I love looking at all of the different statues and just reading things. So as we walked into the church, one unfortunate thing today was that they were doing some kind of construction. So there was like this big, huge crane thing that they were like fixing tiles on the ceiling. And so there was a loud beeping that it was like a bit much. But once he got up there, the beeping stopped. And we were able to just walk around, and like I said, so my husband did grow up Catholic, so he's very familiar with everything, and he converted. He was baptized into the LDS church when he was 15. And so his roots and his foundation and his learning and stuff, it comes from, Catholic. So we've been having just some amazing conversations together. And so it's been really good, but because I've always, I don't know, it's just opening up a lot for us, the conversations that we've been having. So we went up to the front where the candles are, and my husband explained the candles, and like there were some red candles on one side that was like, and Joseph was there holding Jesus. And then on the left side, there was blue candles with Mary. And I've been wanting to light a candle. Like I keep being drawn to. I love the whole symbolism and just all of the. I just love all that kind of stuff. So I did. I put my little donation in there and just lit a candle and knelt. And I'm filled with so much gratitude. Like my heart just, every time it feels like my heart is just bursting open with just so much gratitude with what God is doing in my life. And the way that he is, like, there are just miracles happening around me, and I am just so grateful to witness it and to see it, recognize it. And my husband was kneeling next to me, and it was just one of those moments that really have no words. My husband and I, we've been married for, we've been together since we were 14 and 15. I'm now 51. He's 52. So we've been together for a long time. And just being there with him in that way, it's an awesome thing whenever marriages have God together in Christ. It does something. So so after that we walked out, and I just again, the stained glass is just beautiful. I love all of that. And this Catholic church, it was different than the one in Thibodeau. Just like the feel of it was different. Like it wasn't like as ornate, but is still just beautiful. So we went back to the front to go out the doors, and there was an Adoration Chapel there. And so a few people recommended that we go into that I experienced that. And so there was someone sitting in there. I didn't want to interrupt them, but I really wanted to go in there. And so I did. I told my husband, I was like, I really want to go in there. So he came in, and so we went in, and we just sat quietly. And from everything that everybody is like sharing with me about the host, about like what it is, what's happening, and the Eucharist and the adoration, like just all these are new words to me, and I'm coming to understand them from my own language and stuff. And understanding the belief that is the body of Christ, that like you're in the presence of Christ. There is a feeling of so much reverence, and as I sat there in prayer, I was sitting there just praying, just pouring my heart out just with so much gratitude. And again, like I imagine and feel my heart just like exploding open with just so much gratitude. Just, just praying. I love Jesus Christ. And I want to have, like, I have him in my life. I know him, like, and I just want to know that what I'm doing is good and right, and just, there's just always that, we just want to do what is right. We just want to go where he's calling us to be, and just everything. And I just felt, it's like, I just heard, like, I know him, like, I have him, I am following him, like, I've had many people, make comments about, praying that I'll find Christ, that I'll find him, and that I'll be drawn to him and these kinds of things. And so it kind of has me, like, questioning myself, am I not? Like, have I not found him? And so as I sat there just praying, because I want him. It was like, I just heard, I have him. I have him. I have found him. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful. Sitting there in that space that is totally devoted to Jesus Christ, that you're sitting there with him, it is like, for me being LDS, it is like sitting in the celestial room in the temple, and just like you were in the presence of God, like you were in the presence of Jesus Christ. You're surrounded just by the Spirit and by the angels, and just like I'm very spiritual. I'm very mystical. I love spirit. And being there in that room, that is what it reminded me of. And I love that Catholics, that anybody can go in there and experience that and feel that. And it was just a very peaceful, beautiful, it brought tears to me, and just such a feeling of gratitude. And two, like sitting in there, I'm very sensitive. I'm very sensitive to the Spirit and to places, and so sitting there in that room, I just could feel all the people who have sat there in that little tiny chapel, just pouring their hearts out to Jesus, just pouring their hearts out to God, to make intercession, to just find comfort and peace. And I mean, what a beautiful place that people can go to, like any time of the day, night. I loved it. And they had all these little things, like on all these rosaries. It's just a little plastic rosary, but they were on all of the chairs, and I was like, I really want one of those. So I think that it was okay that I took it. I mean, I think that that's what they're there for. I don't know if I shouldn't have. I don't know, but I did because I really wanted it. So as we were there, and the older lady, she got up to leave. Something that really touched me was that she stood, and then she got on her knees on the floor and bowed. And I just thought, I that devotion and that worship and that just humility, and I mean, when you're on your knees in that state, like, full surrender, it's a full surrender to God and to Jesus. And I mean, I was overwhelmed with just being there at that moment in her presence as she was doing that. I was very blessed to be able to witness that and to feel what it meant to her to be there. Just the respect and that reverence again. It was really a beautiful experience. So that was really cool. I really, really did enjoy that. Again, it's very much like going to the temple and just having that peace. It's like, it's so wonderful that we live in this world that is so noisy, that is so, we're in it, we all know it's so loud, so chaotic, so distracting. It's just so much, and all the people in our lives is just so much. There's just so much drama and trauma and just all the stuff around us. And it's such a beautiful thing that we can enter into the doors of these places that are made for worship, that's made for peace, because I mean, that truly is the only place that we're going to find peace in this world, is through Jesus Christ and through the Holy Spirit and God. They are peace. And as we spend time in those places, as we go to the temple, as we go into these sanctuaries and sit and reflect and truly feel the Spirit and feel that gratitude and feel that joy and feel that love. I mean, there's just so much love and peace. As we do that, we're able to bring that through us and into this world, and I love that. I love that we have places like that, just places of sanctuary and peace and stillness, that Jesus brings us to the still waters. He brings us, and he feeds us. It is him. And I'm so grateful for that. There's been a bunch of questions. I'm going to have to go through the comments and things, and I'll have to write down the questions that have been asked and different things so that I can share, because it's been really enjoyable. I've really been enjoying so many of the comments that have been coming in, and I'm just a little YouTube channel that just started, and I usually get like 5 to 10 views on my stuff and not much action, but I've been doing it for about a year and a half or so. And it's just been fun, and I've really enjoyed sharing my experience with the Catholic Church, and I've really been enjoying all the feedback and just learning so much. I've been learning, like, y'all have just been feeding me so much that has really caused me to ponder and to think and to look at my own relationship with the sacrament. We call it the sacrament, and the Eucharist. Like it's deepened my appreciation for it. And it's just, y'all have given me a lot. Y'all have been feeding me a lot. and I love it. Because it's also helping me to have conversations with my husband, because y'all will say things and I'm like, well, what does this mean? What is that? You know, and so it's been really good. It's been good for us to have conversations just about the Spirit and about God and Jesus and just just religion and spirituality and just all of it. There's just so much in this world to learn and to receive, and I'm so grateful. So thank y'all for just everything. I'm just filled with so much gratitude, and thank you for recommending the Adoration Chapel and to experience that. And there's many more things that I would love to experience that y'all are telling me about, and because I love it. I love the Spirit. I love when the Spirit testifies of truth, and just like, you just feel it. You feel it in your heart and in your soul. And I'm just so grateful. So thank y'all. Until next time.